Hello, this is Clarell, and I want to cover this topic of do you need a vocal coach? The easiest way I can answer that is, did Michael Jackson need a vocal coach? Did Michael Jordan need a basketball coach? I think that there's a lot more to singing than people realize. You know, a lot of people just jump into it and they just want to sing, and I don't care. Even if you're the greatest singer in the world, you should always have a vocal coach, because you need someone to warm you up, take care of the chords, remind you to breathe properly. It's just so many other aspects of singing that we don't even think about as singers. When you don't train, it's so many scales to learn and chords to learn, and just vocal inflections, and there's always room for improvement. You may start off with great vocal control, and you might want to increase your control. Some people have very quick vibratos but don't want to use the vibrato all the time, but can't help but to use vibrato. You have to learn when to not use vibrato. Some people have a slow vibrato, which is kind of old-fashioned, and they want to learn how to speed their vibrato up. There are steps that coaches can teach you to speed that up. It's just so many aspects to singing that we don't even think about when we sing. There's always the emotion thing. It's like how to bring forth the proper emotion when you sing. We just sing. We learn songs and we just sing what we think we hear. Or there's also the thing about when you're learning a song. Each and every singer has his or her vocal tendencies. So when you're learning somebody else's song, there's always something that they're going to do in their ad-libs that you're not going to catch, that a trained vocal coach will catch in a second. And if you're trying to mimic that person's, ad-libs and melodies, like say if I go, it's so hard for the average person just to sing that back. But to me, if I hear somebody singing that, it's just a melody. It just clicks in my head, and then I just sing it back. So it doesn't matter. It's a lot more. There's a lot more to singing than you think. And if you want to be the best, you should sing. You should train. I've never seen an athlete without a coach. I've never seen a boxer without a coach. I've never seen anybody there's no profession that you can go into and be an expert at it and not have an instructor, a teacher, or a coach, or some kind of educator of some sort. Singing is the only genre, the only business that you can get into without completely training, but you will never be nowhere near as good as the legends if you choose to go in it blindly without any guidance. You understand? If you want to be immortal, and when I say immortal, I mean have people listening to your music after you pass away years from now, then you should study your craft with a vocal coach. You should learn how to, you should learn how to produce from a producer. You should learn how to engineer from an engineer. You should learn how to play a guitar from a guitarist. You should learn how to play drums from a drummer. It's just in my mind, it's common sense. My first vocal coach was my mother. And then when I got a little older, I went to other vocal coaches. I've had many vocal coaches throughout the years. You have to find the best vocal coach for you. You have to find somebody that you lock with. Every vocal coach is not going to be the best for you. I think that if a vocal coach can't bring out the best in you, then you need to leave them alone. If you go to a vocal coach and you say, I want to learn to sing like Luther Vandross, and because your vocal level is way under his, if that vocal coach tells you you'll never be able to sing like Luther Vandross, get away from them. Anybody can learn I can take a little 6-year-old girl and teach her karate and teach her how to beat people twice her size. It's going to take a few years to do, but I can do that. So if you can do that, then you can surely learn to sing like the greatest singer in the world if you study properly. So do you need a vocal coach? Yeah, you do. This is Clarell signing off. Please subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.